Three, two, one. Live. Let's go.
All right. All right. Good afternoon. My name is Dominique Hall. I am the owner of Lamplight Fruit Salon. Um, we have been in business for about 4 years. We started off in a very small studio space. Thanks to Wicked Studios. Shout out to Jess Hall. Um, and I am here today to just share my story. I know a lot of our sessions here at Entrepreneurship Week have been learning sessions. I hope that my story of inspiration will inspire you to pursue your goals, honestly, no matter what, and to always remember to stay authentic and honor yourself. And I was in there, but to stay authentic and honor yourself, and always stay true to yourself in the midst of any level of chaos. So we are located on the in the West 39th Street area near Katy Medical Center. You can look at our website www.microprovsalon.com. My session today is just a story of inspiration called Make Up to Mindset. And my story starts off as just being a freelance makeup artist in college, being a single mom. I was a teen mom at 15. Shout out to my daughter, Tiana. She's in Mizzou studying psychology and art. And a lot of people that, follow Lamp Life and know my story definitely know her. She's been part of the journey since the very beginning. So we're very proud to have her as a daughter. And just it's just really been an exciting experience in growing with her. She actually has her own business and offers hair services and commission art projects as well. So in 2009, I started to do makeup. I was a freelance makeup artist and just a college student at Penn Valley. I was the president of a few organizations on campus, and it really led me to reconnect not only with myself after being a teen mom, but just reconnecting with other people. So I always found myself being in leadership roles and just positions to, guide others or inspire and empower others. So that's just always been part of my personality. I'm not really like a bossy person. I've never been like that type of leader. I learned in a few sessions of my own because I love learning and I love being able to transmute that energy into other people about servant leadership. So I try to make sure that I keep others first while still practicing the proper level of discernment. We all would love to learn that a little bit earlier than we like to admit, but the journey has been very fulfilling. I found myself running away from certain things, as an entrepreneur, like the level of responsibility that you're not ready for, the level of business, while simultaneously being a creative. Of course, is left and right brain, so that in itself can present its own challenges. So I found myself almost at a level of like high functioning depression or something like that. Like you get really sad, you get really happy, you're like having all the ups and all the downs, but at the same time, you know that you can't give up because you've put everything that you have into something. And how dare you put all that time and space into something and not, follow through because you really want to, like I said, stay true to yourself. I always tell people that, talent can get you through the door as a creative person, but when you get into an entrepreneurial sector, it really does humble you and it lets you know that that is not what's going to sustain you as a business owner. So I feel like my journey got really interesting. We opened a salon like literally at the peak of COVID. Everyone was still masked up. I actually just gave birth and lost my father in the same year. So for me, that was an interesting journey. And it was actually in the midst of postpartum. So it was kind of just like, wow, how am I going to handle all of this? Like, how am I going to sustain all of this mentally? But, sometimes you are blessed with a reason. And I happen to be blessed with a really great supportive family. I've been married now for about 7 years, almost 8 years. And we've been together for 10 years, and we did the Brady Bunch thing, I like to say. So we have like a really great blended family. And that just kind of keeps you inspired and keeps you growing and keeps you growing. But, I'm human. Everyone can get beat up in a space and, just feel like giving up. And I just hope that, like, the things that I can share with you today can inspire you to just keep going, and just nourish your spirit enough to know that you can honestly accomplish anything in the midst of anything. So I feel like every battle that's put in front of us is just a time and a space for us to readjust and pivot, and that we shouldn't allow, just the chaos of life to almost diminish our spirits in a way. So we are a small boutique salon. We are fully staffed with 4 stylists, including myself, as well as a makeup and brow artist. We really take pride in being able to be diverse and one of the only multicultural salons like in our space. So we're able to work with all hair types, all skin types. We don't service men. I like to leave the barbering to the barbers. With that being said, hello. And we really like to service hair extension and textured hair clientele. So most of our clients have curly hair. Most of our clients have went through a lot of hair trauma, so to speak. I like to try to shake the table a bit and abolish certain things and make a really big difference in my clients' lives. And I'm happy to have maintained the same clients for about a decade now. And I found myself really feeling like I always tell people, my superpower is pouring into other people. And when I found myself at the space of having a salon and having to staff it, whether you commission, rent, whatever you choose, I found myself really wanting to keep them from my struggles, But you have to learn in leadership that, they always say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink and things like that. And I mean, yes, true. But, you just really have to understand that people have to learn things in their own space and time, and that your journey is not going to be the same as everyone else's. So it's almost a disservice to people when you try to prevent them from experiencing things that they need to learn in order to grow. And it took me to be in business oh my gosh, today years old, like they say, to realize that. So I'm really grateful for being able to have people that are trusting me and allowing their clients and their family members to come into my space and feel comfortable. When you come into the salon, it's such a warm space. It's truly giving. And not only the giving they say on Instagram. I mean, it's really giving you just love and warmth, and it's a welcoming space. It's really set with intentions, and I really want you to make sure you check out the website. I actually did all the branding, website, and everything myself. I'm learning to delegate, another thing. I have a problem with wanting to control everything. Everybody knows that about Dominique, so I didn't know that I had a control problem, but now I do. So, I just think it's really important to be able to realize those things about yourself when you are trying to grow as well as grow others. So it's been really interesting learning things about myself. Makeup to Mindset is just an inspirational story to help you realize that despite what you go through, even though it may make you question yourself in certain spaces, that you deserve to be at the table, and you are who you say you are who you think you are. You wouldn't be in these predicaments and in these opportunities if you didn't have the capacity in order to make things happen. So I just feel like, it's really important to grow yourself and be able to interject yourself into spaces. And I know some of us really struggle with networking, and I really find it easy to empower people with networking. Even if you could just walk up to someone and give them a compliment, it's simple as that. I've had people come up to me and conversational settings and just say, hey girl, like how are you talking to these people? Like I don't even know what to say. And I'm just like, honestly, just be yourself, you know? I feel like when you're your authentic self, that's when, you know, God and the universe really answers your prayers and really, you know, wants to focus on what you're here for, you know? So like sometimes we spend so much time chasing other people's dreams or trying to be something else, you know, or be trendy and things like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it really does take the focus off of what your actual purpose is for you as a person, you know? So I feel like it's funny I say that because I've had a lot of realizations at the same time when we opened the salon and the series of things, the list, we'll call it, right? My daughter also went off to college. Always been with her, always been in the same space, you know, so that was a really, really crazy experience for me, honestly, because it made me question everything. Because, like, you know, I sustained this business and I built this brand, you know, kind of based off of like raising her, you know, and it really became something beautiful. But at the same time, I could not see the success at all. You know, all I could see was the things I was going through. So it really took me a long time to even appreciate my space or like even appreciate my own journey. And I just feel like, with that being said, you know, we can really get caught up in a certain level of survival mode, even in different chapters of our lives. And I feel like mine just happened to be like super emotional, just because of everything that was going on. So it really made me question everything I was doing. You know, I was running away from everything that I built. I was at the salon a lot less. You know, I was less involved in just maintaining the back office. You know, just being as responsible as I needed to be. And I just feel like so many things occur in order for you to really see the light and see what your focus should be. Once that happened, I decided to just refocus myself and, you know, just get back into just self-awareness and fitness and things like that. And then, so I don't know what me and my husband were thinking, but we have a 20-year-old and a 3-year-old, not just teenagers. So that's a whole other conversation. But just to keep the conversation light, you know, my son, he was 2 at the time, and he started to have seizures. They came from nowhere, had no answers. So he's been diagnosed with mild epilepsy, and just amongst other things, you know, that really was like the pump that broke the camel's back for me. I really thought that, you know, I just really needed to focus on him, and I almost just removed myself from the business entirely and just making sure, you know, everything was sustainable. Once we got through that, I really kind of just started realizing, you know, everything happens for a reason, you know, and the reason that all these things were happening is because you really have to be your authentic self. You can't get caught up and live in someone else's dream. And I feel like for me, I worked for all these people and I worked in all these beautiful spaces and I almost molded myself around them, not realizing that that's really not where I wanted to be entirely, you know? So in that light, I decided that if education was something that I was really like passionate about, something I was really good at, I had to go through all this turmoil in order to almost get full circle to where I was from the very beginning. So I've educated now for about 6 years on and off with other professional lines. So currently I educate for a hair extension line, a treatment line, and now a styling line. I really enjoy the fact that we're truly focusing on the professional stylist because, you know, when you are in my field, you spend a lot of time focusing on the client, which is great. And we of course want to focus on the client, but just being able to connect with stylists and just show them a brighter and lighter way has been a really beautiful way for even just healing myself and everything that we've been through, you know, as a family. And I just feel like being able to be transparent is a really huge part of your journey as an entrepreneur. I know this is the first FUERZA week, and I am honored to be here. So I'm really excited that Deanna was able to have me today. I am going to try to segue into getting into the not-for-profit sector myself. GLAM Life is actually an acronym for Gracefully Living, Aligned, and Mindful. We like to focus on more so the whole woman as opposed to just hair and beauty. I think it's really empowering to be able to transmute that energy into yourself, So I think it's really important to get into almost into your own image consulting and being able to identify who you are as a brand. So I figured with our salon, yes, we do hair, yes, we do makeup, and brows and things like that. But I wanted to extend that to, almost like a package for you to be able to take GLAM Life home with you, if that makes sense. So I wanted to start a nonprofit organization focused on just empowering other women on doing their own hair and makeup, being able to, uplift themselves, because that's healing in a way. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we don't even want to get out of bed. And for women, that's funny. That's hilarious. But for women, it's really important, for you to be able to pick yourself up. And, honestly, for anyone, let's be honest. So that's just something that I really want to bring to light, and I'm just really happy to be in these spaces so that we're able to receive resources and connections with other people. Makeup to Mindset is a segment that's basically a way for you to empower yourselves and put yourself in spaces that you can just kind of connect with everyone and realize that even though you may be intimidated by the things that are in front of you, you're honestly in a position to be able to receive everything that you need if you just stay open and don't close yourself off. I know sometimes we get intimidated, and it kind of gives us a social anxiety in a sense. But when you're an entrepreneur, you almost don't even have that grace. You kind of just have to push yourself and just keep going, So hopefully my story can encourage you. I would love for you to check out our website, www.glamlifeapprovedsalon.com. If you'd like to follow us on Instagram, our page is glamlife_approved salon. We have everyone listed in our bio, so all of our staff, in case you ever want to look at anyone's portfolio or anything that they have to offer, you'll be able to kind of just go on our page and just see how beautifully curated it is. Now I'm just getting into this water. And I know that a lot of the girls at the salon, they are kind of working part-time jobs and things like that, so they weren't able to be here today, but I'm definitely here and able to represent us pretty well, I like to think. If you have any questions for me or would like to contact me directly, you can contact me at Blaxicana KC. I'm actually wanting to segue into the statement I made about living someone else's dream. In my midst of kind of journeying with the salon and other things that I would like to do, I actually reconnected more so with just the female wounds, in your family. So that led me to get into cooking these massive, beautiful and traditional dishes, So I was telling my guest here that my mother is Mexican, Armenian, and my father is Black. We have heavy influences of Creole and New Orleans cuisine. So with that being said, I'm actually getting a new business off the ground. It's Blaxicana's Kitchen, and it is a fusion kitchen of Mexican, Armenian traditional dishes. If you'd like to follow us on Instagram, you know, I have some really beautiful plans, and we do like private chef and catering events, and I'll soon be focusing on that as a supper club and a new business venture. So what I have learned is, although I love the business that I have built, I would love for that to be my focus in building other stylists while I start my new baby. So hopefully you can see us around. Hopefully we have a food truck in our future. But yeah, I would love to connect with anyone. You can reach out to me on Instagram. I would say Beauty with Dominique, which is normally the handle that I use, but unfortunately, I believe I was hacked yesterday. This is the second time it happened. Because it doesn't matter to me. We all go through it, you know. But I can definitely be contacted by way of the salon page, and we would love to have you in the salon. We also host the third Friday. West 39th Street is a really, really cool area. You totally should come down, but the entire block celebrates the third Friday, and we have one scheduled from now up until March. So each one will have like a different theme. You can come by and catch the vibes. They're super cute, like little cocktail hours. I'll be catering them, as well as you can come and see the space, because the space alone is amazing. I always tell people that it is inspired by a 70s hotel lobby and a 2021 Sunday boutique. I mean, it sounds interesting, yes. So, you know, come by and see us, check us out online. I'm sure my segment probably isn't as long as the other people, but I do hope that, you know, my journey can inspire you, if anything, on being your authentic self, showing up for yourself, and never giving up, more so than anything. I would love to connect with anyone that has any questions. You can email me or contact me directly through Instagram, or just add me on Facebook, Dominique Hall, and hopefully Make Up to Mindset will be a book in the future. So if anyone publishing wants to connect with me, here I am. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.